Halo sobat traveling, hari ini saya mau naik perahu nih. Kita mau mengelilingi sungai buatan di istana. Ini tiketnya nih 600 yen untuk muter-muter ini sungai buatan di istana di Jepang ini, di Prefektur Nara. Prefektur itu kayak apa ya, kayak kabupaten gitu mungkin ya, namanya Nara. Masih sama rombongan SMA 4 study tour SMA 4 Surabaya, tapi ini kita bareng-bareng sama mahasiswa Jepang yang lagi liburan. Ini mulai masuk kita. Ini bapaknya ngomong apa ini? Ini sepatunya harus dilepas karena ini kan perahunya kan kecil ya, maksudnya nggak bisa pakai alas kaki, nggak dibolehin pakai alas kaki, jadi harus dilepas. Aduh sekali ini kapalnya. Sorry. Ikutin aja terus perjalanan kami. Kalau kalian suka boleh subscribe, share, like. Boleh asik. Yeay. Ya, loncengnya udah dibunyikan. Ini mahasiswa Jepang cantik-cantik juga ya. Ini yang sebelah kiri cantik banget. Oke, ikutin terus. Let's check it out. Minna Hai.
皆さん、日本語大丈夫なんですか？英語の方がいいのかね。
英語がいいです。
日本語喋ってる。英語の方がいいの。
こう
本当に。Welcome on board. Welcome on board.
Thank you.
This boat is Gyomaru.
Gyomaru.
Yeah, this boat name.
This boat name.
And today's captain back there is Mr. Sakai.
Mr. Sakai.
Mr. Sakai is over there.
Yeah.
And I'm a captain's assistant as well as a guide. So,
Oh, yeah, thank you.
welcome.
Thank you.
Okay, and one thing about the safety. This boat is really slow and really smooth, and there's no like a Disneyland ride.
Yeah.
Okay, but there are two bridges there, and we're gonna go under the bridge.
Under the bridge.
Yeah, under the bridge. While we are crossing under the bridge, please do not stick out your head or hand out the window. It's dangerous. Because the bridge is pretty narrow.
Oh, very narrow.
So you can jump off your hand or something like that. So please be careful when we crossing under the bridge.
Under the bridge.
Yeah, 4 times.
Four times?
Going the 4 times all together.
All together. Okay.
Yeah, all together
Okay.
4 times. And that's it. And
Thank you.
Enjoy your ride.
Thank you.
Okay. The scenery that you see in the rock wall in the moat is about 410 years old.
Wow.
And sometimes the rock wall breaks
Oh.
because of the earthquakes,
Yeah.
or the roots of the cherry trees can actually break. The
Oh,
roots of
the
trees.
root. Yeah.
Okay, and sometimes if we have a lot of rain, the soil
The soil.
contains lots of water.
Water?
It sometimes break.
Break to.
But so we have some fixes, but overall it's 410 years old. Okay, and do you know about the shogunate, Tokugawa shogun?
It's kind of like Imperium.
Have you seen, well, kind of, but the emperor is a little bit different from a shogun.
Oh.
The emperor is more like a symbol.
Oh,
More
symbol.
And the shogun is actually a military leader
Oh.
who conquered the whole Japan.
Mm-hmm.
The Tokugawa, yes, that's the first person who, well, it's hard to say, but probably he's the first person who conquered all Japan.
The Japan land.
The Tokugawa, yes, and the Tokugawa shogunate lasted 264 years.
264
years, and okay, this castle is about 410 years old. So what I'm gonna say?
400.
This is a king's boat who served Tokugawa years. Who served Tokugawa years, and like I said, this is a king's boat, and well, the shogun has many subjects who is like a sub-kings, and that shogun is a king of kings.
Oh, okay.
So he has other kings who serves him, and one of them is called Mr. E,
Three.
who rule this area.
Oh.
Excuse me, I have to go. Check that.
Okay.
So you see, it's pretty tight.
Yeah.
So have you ever hit that pirogue?
Yes.
Oh, really?
We have. Yes. Look at the pipe. You see the bend?
Oh, yeah.
Ah, I see.
So if we have lots of rain,
Mm-hmm.
the pump which pumps out the water
Oh.
cannot keep up.
Ah.
So as a result, the level of the water raises.
Get
And
raises.
we
They
have
flood.
no control. I mean, you
I got
just
you.
scratch the roof.
Yeah.
So and sometimes when it's really windy, I mean today is no wind, so it's really calm. But if there's a wind, I mean
The shaking.
boat can, well, not shake, but it just drift. Drift away.
Oh, okay.
And that's why I have this bamboo stick. That's why I'm here. I'm a captain's assistant. So I use this so that it doesn't bump to the bridge.
Okay.
So do you have many bamboos in Indonesia? Or
Yeah, a lot.
what?
It's more pretty here because in my country is what's that? Root between the bamboo. There's a root like that. Here
Really?
is just straight up, right? Just straight up,
Yeah.
very clean. In my country, a lot of ice,
Lots of
you know.
root
bamboo.
coming out from this.
Yes,
Really?
yes, everywhere.
Okay, so
In here is only flat like that.
right, yeah.
It's different.
Really smooth.
Very smooth.
Okay, so this is a king's boat, and the kings sit in the middle of the boat,
No.
and the guarding samurai sit around him to
Mm,
guard.
mhm.
Okay, and okay, so this is the bridge that we just go under.
Go
Okay, so
through?
now we're here.
Yeah.
Okay, and the boat left here.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so but we came this way. But if we went this way, we can reach to Lake Biwa really easily.
Oh.
Okay, so the king is sitting in the middle, and the surrounding samurai around him, and they could go along the Lake Biwa. Lake Biwa is the largest lake in Japan, and he watches how the crop is doing for that year and things like that. You know, and sometimes they entertain the aristocratic from Kyoto. The Kyoto is not far from here, so they invite the aristocratic, the emperor's relatives, invite here, and they entertain in the boat. In this boat.
Oh.
Yep. And by the way, this boat was designed from the picture they found on the well, actually the building that we just passed before the bridge, that was a Hikone Castle Museum, and it used to be a really beautiful building, and they replicated the building, and now they're using it as a Hikone Castle Museum. But when they demolished this building, they found the picture of the old boat, and they built the boat. They built this boat according to that
The old picture.
Old picture. So this boat is not designed up from imagination. This is designed based on the picture they found.
Who create those picture?
Sorry,
Who make it this picture?
we don't know.
You don't know.
No, well, maybe they have a sign of the painter. I don't know. I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know. But somebody painted the picture of the old time, and we built this ship or boat
under those picture.
Yeah. According to that.
According to picture.
According to the picture. Okay, and so what was I going to say? I can't remember. Okay, and like I said, this is a king's boat, but they have other boats like for the soldiers and for the to carry other things. About 110, 120, or 150 boats.
Boat.
Yeah, because in old times they didn't have train, they didn't have truck, so for the mass transportation, the ship was the really good the way
Transportation, the way to go out.
for the mass transportation. And this area was lucky because we had the largest water body, Lake Biwa, and they utilized that water for its full capacity. I'm sorry.
Okay. English very good, clear, huh? It's your first time here?
Yeah, first time.
First time?
That little ship over there, that's for the black swan and the swan.
Oh.
Now we see some ducks, that's for the black swan and the swans. We
Oh.
have one black swan and 3 swans. And sometimes we see turtles
Oh.
sunbathing on the slope.
Inside in the.
Well, yeah, you see the ducks.
Yeah.
Ducks, 3 ducks. Well, actually we can see it.
Oh yes, the turtle.
Yeah,
You see,
yeah,
coming out.
Yeah.
Come out.
Oh, yeah,
So watch out, he's gonna become a ninja turtle.
Oh yeah. Awesome.
Okay, so we crossed the second bridge, which is called Otemon. This is Omotemon.
Omotemon?
Yeah, Omotemon. Omote means front.
Mm-hmm.
And the Otemon, this is the bridge that we
The bridge.
crossed. So now we are here,
Mm-hmm.
and you see the picture of the buildings. This is this is a bird view map of old times, and we see many different things on here compared to current, the scenery. But
The drawing.
there are a lot of buildings over, the other side of this bank, and they demolished in Meiji period because they demolished many castles in Japan because the government was afraid that those castles are being used by the rebels.
Oh,
Because
okay.
it's built as a fort, and they, it's really easy to protect if they once they
Yeah.
get in here. So they
Rebel.
demolished many of the castles, and but so when they demolished many other castles, they demolished these buildings, but they didn't build the keep, the main building. And these buildings are for rice storage. Rice storage. And in old times, Japan used the rice as a monetary unit, which is, I think, Japan is the only country who used the rice as a monetary unit.
No gold.
Well, we had gold coin. We had gold, the gold money, but main unit of the we had silver, and we have the copper, gold, all those things. But the main unit of the was rice.
The rice, monetary fund.
Yeah, and we're gonna see the castle on this side. So you can open the window if you
Oh,
want
okay.
to, and take a picture.
That's what is it? That's eagle. Oh, there's a bird. There's a bird.
Yeah, it's a blue heron. So now you see the castle. On the hill.
Oh yeah, this one.
Actually, the Hitomi Castle is relatively small castle. We can't see from here because of the tree, but there's a rock wall foundation, like a 6 meter high, and on top of it 16 meter. I'm sorry, the 55 meter rock foundation, and on top of it a 16 meter the building, 3 stories.
3 stories.
3 stories, and you can see bell-shaped window on the top. That's called Kato Mado, and it's mainly used in Zen temple.
Zen temple.
Yeah, it's pretty shaped, and Hikone Castle is pretty small, relatively small, compared to Himeji or Osaka or Nagoya, but it's famous for its beauty because the decoration roof is called hafu. The number of the hafu is 18, and Himeji, which is 7 stories high, but they have the same number of the hafu, 18. So. On the right hand side,
Yes.
side, you see the gate for the rice.
Oh, this is a gate for the rice.
Yep. So
The one demolished.
here, right here. Now we're right here,
Oh, okay.
right here.
This used for rice storage.
Yeah, to access to the rice.
To the
yeah.
rice storage, right? The one demolished by the government because it's gonna be used for the base of rebel.
Yeah, right. Yes. Yeah.
Jadi itu
Any
dihancurin.
questions so far?
So in the past there are no engines or like motors like that, right? So
Say it again. Say it again.
so there were no engines or motors like that.
In old time.
Yeah, in the
Sure,
past.
sure.
In the past. So how did they control that?
Oh, have you seen old picture that they use a long oar, not on the side, but on the back. On the back. So have you seen the Rokogi no row this? Do you speak Japan?
Japan, yeah.
She speaks Japanese.
Yes.
Okay. ロって知ってます。ロってわかる人？そう長くて後ろに。Okay, yeah, it's not on the side of the boat. It's on the back of the boat.
In the back one.
And they use like this kind of movement instead of like this.
And they move slow as well.
Sorry.
They move slow or can be moving fast. the when they go shipping, the ship will be very fast or slow like this.
Slow.
Slow, yeah.
Really slow. I mean,
Very
because,
slow.
I mean,
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
a human power.
Oh, yeah, human power. Okay.
So, yeah, and of course they didn't have a glass roof top
Oh.
like that, and they didn't have a motor, battery powered motor.
Yeah.
And it's really slow. It's
Very
slower
slow.
than this, probably.
Okay.
But in old times, the people are stronger.
Yeah.
Much stronger than us.
Yeah.
Actually.
Yeah.
They could carry like a 60 kilograms of rice easily.
Wow.
Yeah, it's easy for them. I've seen a picture that they carry like a
huge bag.
360, so 180.
180. Wow.
We're tiny, Japanese are tiny.
Yeah.
But,
Tiny.
they,
They're very strong.
yeah, nowadays not really.
Yeah.
So you must be in engineering.
Yes. 工学部です。
he asked about the bridge and he asked about
Yeah.
so you must be engineering.
Exactly.
Okay, so what is that? What is that rope wall for?
To
That rope wall on the 5 o'clock now. 5 o'clock, not 6 o'clock, but 5 o'clock. That's kind of special rope wall because usually the rope wall surrounds a bridge, but that rope wall goes towards the top of the hill. So why they built this kind of a rope wall? So the future engineer.
picture engineer was
Well, the Hikone, in that time, in those days, I mean, it's really many battles, and that it's not really peaceful. But when Japan became more and more peaceful, they built the castle just for show, I mean, just for decoration. But Hikone Castle was built in really not peaceful times. So they really thought about how to defend the castle, and that structure is to defend the castle. Okay, once they landed on this side of the moat, the enemy comes. Hikone Castle has 3 moats, well actually 4. 1, 2, 3, and this is a natural river, so including this, they have 4 moats. Okay, so the enemy has to cross 4 moats, and from the back, you see the higher rock wall there. Okay, if the enemy wants to attack from this side, they come by ship or boat. So if they build a rock wall this high, even from this boat, the enemy can jump on. Okay, but if the rock wall is that high, it's not easy to jump on.
Yeah.
So from here to here, where the enemy can access from the lake easily, they built higher rock wall. And the part that they can protect easily, they built like a lower rock wall. Probably they wanted to build a higher one, but because they didn't have time on rock or something like that. But anyway, the special rock wall like this. Okay, and before I explain that, I'd like to ask you one more question. This is old times bird view map. Okay, and when the boat left the shore, I explained what you're seeing is about 410 years old scenery. But here and there, what you can see here and what you can see here, just here, there's a big difference. What is it? Just looking here and here. What is the biggest difference? Here and here. Anybody?
To build
Anybody? Nobody?
tall wall.
Right?
They built tall wall.
They had wall. So now they have a tree on top of the bank, and it's open, and it's peaceful, like a
Yeah.
park-like atmosphere.
Mm.
But there used to be a 2-meter high wall on top
Oh.
of this bank. So it looked different in that way. I mean, it looked more intimidating.
Yeah, yeah,
it's- Even they landed on this side,
Mm-hmm.
they have to cross over the the
2-meter
two
wall.
meter high,
2 meter.
2 meter high. So it's not easy to go to the other
To
side.
throw.
Even they landed, on the other this side of the mountain.
Mm-hmm.
But that so now it's an explanation to that climbing rock wall. Okay, on the climbing rock wall they have 2-meter high wall too. And this is once the enemy landed on this side here, they want to seek the weakest spot and attack the weakest spot, right? So this climbing rock wall is to prevent the sideways movement of the enemy, so that they cannot reach to the weakest point of the castle. So that's why they built 5 of these climbing, the now 3 o'clock rock wall. So it's really well planned castle. For it's really ready for the battle, but has never been in battle. Never.
Never.
Never. So that's why we have so many many documents and many helmets and the swords and those things in well condition. We have those things, fortunately, because once in the battle, I mean, those can be destroyed or thrown away or something.
Okay.
Okay. Well, any questions so far? Any questions so far?
It's clear now.
No.
2 meter naiknya.
What is the biggest difference, the Indonesian castle and the Japanese castle?
Indonesia castle not
Did they have
around
boats?
by the lake or around by the river,
Oh,
yeah,
I see.
on the land, but has a more taller building,
Okay.
like
Okay.
6 or at least 4 meter.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Cool. So they battle on the ship mainly, actually.
Yeah, on
But
the
the enemy has to come by a boat. or
yeah
ship.
by boat or ship, and we are archipelago before the ship can land. When the sea level is down, we put like a big tree, old big tree, cut it by sharp good, then put it on the middle of the sea, so the ship cannot land it.
Oh, I see. So
Yeah.
So it can.
Yes,
it
yes.
prevent the access.
Yes,
To
present to access.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
a good way. That's a
And
good way.
Around the beaches, they plant the big tree,
Oh,
so
yeah,
people
sure.
cannot see what
Oh,
is
I see.
behind the tree.
Good idea.
Yeah.
Good idea. There's a swan there.
Yes.
And the swan originally came from a Tokyo Emperor's Palace,
Mm.
and the black swan came from a Mito city.
Oh. Very cute.
And here, not here, but right there, that's the widest part of this moat, and it's about 60 meters wide. And there's a reason. There's a reason.
Mm.
Can you tell me the reason? In old times, the rifle's shooting range,
Wow.
effective range was about 60 meters.
Oh, okay.
Beyond that, even if you aim, it doesn't go the way
Touch.
you intended to shoot.
Mhm.
And even they hit, it doesn't, it's not really effective.
Yeah.
So they build a moat, the max 6 meters long, wide.
Okay.
So in old time Indonesia, what was used as a monetary unit?
We use gold
Gold.
for all long time. Yeah, gold.
Time. But
There's a lot of gold.
I mean, you guys didn't use like a shell, the seashells and those things. You didn't.
No,
No.
we use some part. Yeah, some part. They use what is this? Animal skin, and also they use the sea turtle. What is that? Shell.
Shells.
Yeah, sea turtle shell, and but mostly it's gold and silver like that
Cool.
for
Yeah,
monetary
we
form.
used gold. 大判小判ってどういうんですかね。
It's better to see it.
Those small
Made
coin.
of gold.
It's
Man,
like
good.
this.
Oh yeah. They are.
Kind of.
We did have those
Old
too.
one.
Yeah, we did have those too. But the main, like I said, main unit of the the rice was used as a monetary.
Yeah, yes, yeah.
And the hikone is like a 30万石. The 300,000 koku. Koku is about 60 kilograms.
60 kilogram.
Yeah,
Oh.
60 kilograms multiplied by 300,000 worth of territory.
How they can get rice, because in Japan has 4 season. On winter season, of course, no rice can be grow, right?
Well, you guys, I think you guys can grow twice, but we only can grow
Yeah.
rice
Oh,
twice.
only
Once.
one.
Only once. Yeah, Indonesia is much warmer.
Yeah,
much
mom.
warmer
Sometimes
than
3
here,
times. Yeah,
so
2
you
years.
can grow twice, but
Twice.
we only can grow once. But we can grow rice.
Yeah. Yes, can go.
And I think that's why it has a rice storage there.
Mm-hmm.
So to
Oh yeah. They
store and
gonna
use,
store
eat
use
rice
for the
every
winter
season.
and winter time. There's a turtle
And actually,
and a black swan. You see? Come on.
Hey, yeah,
Yeah,
black swan.
black
It's
swan.
pretty rare. It's
Pretty rare.
It's real lucky.
Big one.
Yeah, really big.
Big one. Really big. It's like a king.
Hikone Castle has another name, which is a Golden Turtle Castle. And
Golden.
I'll explain to you later.
Yes.
You're gonna see after crossing over the bridge, you're gonna see a light brown building
Mhm.
over there. And then on the wall, it has a triangle gold shape
Yeah. What does mean?
mark. That's the Golden Turtle shell.
Oh,
three
golden.
three combines.
Oh,
That's
okay.
a high school. That's a high school, pretty famous in Shiga Prefecture,
Shiga.
and they use the 3 Golden Turtle shells.
Mm-hmm.
And the Hikone, before they built the bridge, not bridge, castle.
Okay, so.
Before they built this castle,
Mhm.
there's a temple, and
Oh,
there's
temple.
no moat. There's no moat, And when they built the castle, they moved the temple from here to around here. It's still there. The name changed. The Kitano Temple.
Kitano.
But it's still there. And that temple was called Hikone Temple. But they had a legend that one of tiny Buddha showed up on top of the golden turtle. It's all legend. And that's why it was called Hikone Temple as well as a Golden Turtle Temple. And when they built the castle, I mean, they, like I said, they moved the temple from here to over there, but it's called, but the Hikone Castle is called the Golden Turtle.
Oh, golden turtle.
Castle.
Oh, okay.
And the name of the town here is Golden Turtle Town.
Oh.
So if you want to mail here, Golden Turtle, number 2222.
Oh.
On the 1 o'clock direction.
Yes.
Clock,
Hmm.
there's a big, short, a little bit slightly slanted cherry trees. Actually, we have 1,200 cherry trees here.
Oh.
800 maple trees, and it's 2 o'clock. There's a big one and a small thin one, which has 2 branches. And on that beneath of that, now it's 3 o'clock. Do you see a triangle?
Ini bapaknya cerita katanya ada pohon ceri umurnya 1000 tahun lebih. Pokoknya bapaknya nih ceritanya buahnya gak paham. Sekian dulu cerita jalan-jalan di Nara ini. Ikuti terus video-video yang lainnya. Terima kasih guys. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.